Hey everyone, been a while. Yeah, so a couple of things. I guess the first thing that happened to me was I did have an injury. Um, and unfortunately, it affected my ring finger on my left hand, where I lost use of my fingertip for a couple of weeks, call it 2.5 weeks anyhow, before I could even start touching a guitar again. Unfortunate, it happens, that's life, but you persevere, right? And then, um, to make matters worse, without the practice and everything, then going into my next lesson, we started working on some additional things, and I came to realize something, um, that if you're going to have a hobby and you really want to persevere at it, you really got to make sure you're having fun and it's accomplishing and going in the direction that you want it to. So I'm kind of at this crossroads now, and believe it or not, was debating, is this even for me? But uh, something really, something came to light, and it comes from a very, very good friend of mine who has two young children. And I watch, and he shares with me many things going on in their life and how they're excelling at things and how they continue to progress and continue to improve. And I thought about, and what's also adding to it is I know my friend from time to time shares these videos with his children. And in my mind, I said, now, wait a minute. How can I show frustration, exhaustion, and consider giving up? Because that's not what I would advise or want of either Zach or Ella. They persevere, they improve, and they smile in the end. Maybe not in the moment. And I'm kind of going through that. So, Zach and Ella, thank you very, very much for reminding me. Sometimes you have to persevere. As part of that perseverance, so what I'm working on right now with the teacher is chords, and chords is one thing. It's one thing to learn how to play a chord. It's another thing to then transition from one chord to another, or from one note to a chord. All of a sudden, finger placement becomes very, very important. And we started the exercise, and I went back to the teacher and I said, it's just not sounding right to me. And he said to me, it's sounding exactly like it's supposed to. I think you're doing great. So I came home and kept working with it. I'll play it for you, what he's had me working on, and I'll let you be the judge. And then I'll share with you what I hear. So this is uh, this is something called the rock boogie riff. And certainly I made mistakes there. My timing's not right. My transitions aren't right. But you get the gist of it. Now, when I was learning other songs, even though I was making mistakes, I still could hear a melody. I was still enjoying it because I felt as though I was making progress in it. I think part of my problem is, if you asked me in my entire life how many times I'd put on a rock boogie type song, the answer would be zero. And so I sit here now and I go, so he has me working on a number, which is great, but not a number that I would ever want to play in the first place. So I'm having a hard time keeping my enthusiasm, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to plod through it. I have another lesson this evening where I'll talk to him about it, and hopefully we can go on a little bit of a different direction. So I do feel connected to the music that I'm trying to learn. In any case, I promise you, and this is especially a promise to both Zach and Ella. I'll see you soon, next lesson, and yes, I will bring my guitar. And I'm going to leave you on some of these ridiculous boogie blues.